Well, I'm on the farm today. I've got my Farmall 350 over here, and I got a little job I'm going to do on this thing. The last time I tried to change this oil, it caused me immense frustration because I had to work to try to get that thing to seal up. So this oil change, and I'm not going to do an oil change video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this to a spin-on filter. And the idea there is when I change oil, I'll spin on the filter and I'm done. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this canister off and the filter element out. So I'll come back. So I ordered a screw-on filter kit from Bates. I think it's called Bates Corporation. And I got it. Try to set it down here without spilling a bunch of stuff. And it comes with a, of course I spill stuff. It comes with an O-ring, and there's a sealing washer, and then this guy screws down on the O-ring, on the oil filter base that's there. And let me take this out of the package. So the filter kit came with this little piece right here that screws into this, and with that sealing washer on it, and then that O-ring right there goes into this groove to kind of seal everything up. And this guy right here is kind of a truncated version of this, and then the filter itself, the spin-on filter, screws down onto that. Now, so you might ask, well, what am I doing with a Napa Gold filter here if I'm going to put this thing on? Because the kit came with a Baldwin filter, a B2. Now the reason I've got this Napa filter here, so I want to show you. And you can see there's a difference in thickness between those two. And so what I want to do is I don't want to use this O-ring with this cap. I want to use this one, and hopefully I'll get a better seal. Let me clean that O-ring groove. We'll put that in and put that on and try to screw that down and see what I got. Alright, so I got the new O-ring from the Napa kit in place. It really fills up that O-ring groove a lot better than the other one. And so what I'll do now is I'm going to screw this I guess I'm going to put this on first. I'll lay it up here and see what I got. Okay. And then I'll put my sealing washer on. That fits right on that O-ring really nice. And I'll get that well, I'll get this sealing washer right here and this piece and screw it together. So right here's the piece I'm kind of hand screwing in here, and you know, just looking at the cap initially, I thought it would come down over the side, but it comes right down on that it comes right down perfectly on that O-ring. So let me get a wrench and tighten that thing down, and then we'll be ready to put the filter on. To screw this thing down, it actually takes a 1-inch socket, and the only thing I had was this impact wrench socket. And then I got my 1/2-inch drive here. I got to be careful about ratcheting that thing down, but let me tighten it up to my satisfaction, and then I'll come back. All right, so I got everything snugged down. I got a little oil on the O-ring, and I put a little oil on that surface right there, and I'm kind of ready to lay this thing up and spin it on. And I need to make sure I don't get that cable in there. Now this will be a hand tight filter job, because I can see this thing getting seized up on here, and then when I try to take it loose, it wants to take the screw out of the deal that's holding this thing down and letting the oil channel through to it. But use my good hand. So hopefully that'll work, and I'll clear some stuff from the tractor and fire it up here in just a little bit. I think it's a pretty clean looking fit up. It's not original, and I know people are going to have a cow when they see this video. It's not that big a deal to replace the canister and the cartridge type filter. You know, it's 64 years old. That's all it's ever had. I get all that, but with my day job and the time I have, as Mickey Mouse as it seems, changing the filter, I get it. It don't take but a few minutes to change oil and the cartridge filter on this tractor. But if the O-ring don't work, then it's more than a 15-minute job. It can become a multi-day job, because you know, Sunday night, then I got to work on you know, Monday through Friday, or however long, and I just can't be out here working on this tractor when I'd like to. So the goal is to change oil, get the filter on, no leaks, and get on with the chores that I got with what time I have. So that's what kind of precipitated this. All right, I got the Farmall started and just kind of letting it, kind of checking it over, make sure nothing's leaking. It seems to be pretty tight. Oil pressure. But that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. And then I'll keep an eye on it, you know, when it gets warmed up, and certainly as we get into next summer. But I consider this changeover a success, at least for right now. And so it makes the oil change for me easier, and that filter is actually cheaper than the cartridge. I want to say the Napa cartridge was something like 20 bucks, $13 for that filter, and there's probably a better buy out there than that. But so far so good. Appreciate you watching. Conversion to a spin-on filter on the Farmall 350. Hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment, subscribe. 1958 Farmall 350. Baldwin B2 filter on a spin-on oil kit. Filter adapter. I think I got something. It may not be original, but it suits what I'm doing. This is a working tractor. It's not a parade queen. And I'll keep the old parts in case I ever sell it. Somebody does want it to be a little more original. But anyway, appreciate you watching. Subscribe, and feel free to leave comments, thumbs up, and we'll talk to you later.